Ladies and gentlemen, what if the difference between success and failure is not talent, luck, intelligence, or opportunity? What if the greatest difference is something far more powerful, something that every person in this room already possesses? What if success begins with the way you think? Think about that for a moment. Before every achievement, there was a belief. Before every breakthrough, there was a mindset. Before every great accomplishment, there was someone who chose to see possibility where others saw limitation. And that choice changed everything. The truth is that success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by becoming the kind of person who is aligned with. Most people spend their lives focusing on external results while ignoring the internal beliefs that create those results. But life always works from the inside out. Your thoughts become beliefs. Your beliefs become actions. Your actions become habits. Your habits become your destiny. And if you want to change your destiny, you must first change the way you think. Ladies and gentlemen, the mindset that creates success is not a mindset that waits for perfect conditions. It is a mindset that acts despite imperfect conditions. Most people spend years waiting for confidence, waiting for motivation, waiting for certainty, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But successful people understand something different. They understand that confidence comes from action. Motivation comes from movement. And opportunities often appear only after you begin. The person who waits for fear to disappear before taking action may wait forever. The person who acts despite fear begins to create momentum, and momentum changes lives. One of the greatest obstacles to success is the belief that failure is something to be avoided. From an early age, many people are taught to fear mistakes. They believe failure means they're not good enough. But failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every successful person has experienced setbacks. Every successful person has made mistakes. Every successful person has faced rejection. The difference is that they refuse to let temporary failures define their future. They viewed failure as feedback. They saw every challenge as a lesson. And because they learned from their experiences, they continued to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, your relationship with failure determines your relationship with success. If you fear failure, you will avoid opportunities. If you learn from failure, you will create opportunities. Success belongs to those who are willing to continue learning. Now let us talk about belief. Your beliefs are invisible forces shaping every area of your life. Whether you realize it or not, your mind is constantly influencing your decisions, behaviors, and expectations. If you believe success is possible, you begin to act differently. If you believe success is impossible, you act differently as well. The outer world often reflects the beliefs held in the inner world. This is why self-image matters so much. You cannot consistently perform beyond the image you hold of yourself. If deep down you see yourself as incapable, your actions will reflect that belief. If you see yourself as capable, resourceful, and worthy, your actions will reflect that belief too. Success begins the moment you choose a larger vision of who you are. Not arrogance, not ego, but a quiet confidence that says, I am capable of growth. I am capable of learning. I am capable of becoming more. That belief creates transformation. Another essential quality of a successful mindset is consistency. Many people rely on motivation, but motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired, some days you do not. If your success depends on motivation, your progress will always be inconsistent. Successful people understand that discipline matters more than motivation. They continue when excitement fades. They continue when results are slow. They continue when nobody is watching. And over time, those small actions compound into extraordinary outcomes. Remember this: great success is rarely created in a single moment. It is built through daily choices. One decision, one habit, one action at a time. The small things become the big things. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another mindset that separates successful people from everyone else. It is gratitude. Now, some people may wonder what gratitude has to do with success. The answer is everything. Gratitude shifts your focus. Instead of concentrating on what is missing, you begin to appreciate what is present. Instead of living in scarcity, you begin living in abundance. And when your attention changes, your experience changes. Grateful people often notice opportunities that others overlook. They see possibilities where others see problems. They attract positive energy because they operate from appreciation rather than lack. This does not mean ignoring challenges. It means refusing to let challenges define your entire reality. Now let me share a powerful truth. The mindset that creates success is not obsessed with outcomes. It is committed to growth. When you focus only on results, frustration becomes inevitable. But when you focus on becoming better every day, success becomes a natural byproduct. Growth creates confidence. Growth creates resilience. Growth creates wisdom. And ultimately, growth creates success. Many people ask, how can I become successful? Better question is, who must I become to create success? Because success is not merely something you achieve. Success is something you become. You become disciplined. You become focused. You become resilient. You become grateful. You become courageous. And as you evolve, your results begin to reflect that evolution. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine what would happen if you stopped focusing on limitations and started focusing on possibilities. Imagine if you stopped asking, what if I fail? And started asking, what if I succeed? Imagine if you trusted your ability to learn, adapt, and grow. Imagine if you committed yourself to progress instead of perfection. That is the mindset that changes lives. That is the mindset that creates success. Because success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone willing to develop the habits, beliefs, and perspectives that support it. So from this day forward, guard your thoughts carefully. Choose beliefs that empower you. Take action even when you feel uncertain. Learn from every failure. Stay consistent when motivation fades. Practice gratitude every day. And never stop growing. Because the life you desire begins with the mindset you choose today. And when you master your mind, success becomes not only possible, but inevitable. Thank you.